Number 8 is saying the circle with the equation x squared plus y squared minus 6x plus 10y minus 27 equals 0 intersects the line x equals minus 2 at the points P and Q. Find the area of the triangle formed by the tangents to the circle at P and Q and the line x equals minus 2. Right? So first we're going to try and get the center of this circle. Then after that we are going to try and make a sketch. Right? And we know that if we're given the equation of a circle in this form, the coefficient of x is 2g, right? And the coefficient of y is 2f, right? And using this method, our center will be equal to minus g minus f, right? So knowing this, we're going to say our 2g equals to the coefficient of x, which is minus 6, the number next to x and its sign, that's minus 6. So our g will be minus 3 if we divide by 2 both sides. And our 2f is the coefficient of y, which is the number and its sign that is multiplying y, and that will be 10, right? So our f is 5. So with this, our center is 3 minus 5. Since we said our center is minus g, so minus this we get 3, then minus f, it's minus 5, right? So we're going to try and draw a sketch of a circle with center 3 minus 5, right? Then we put our center 3 minus 5, right? Then we can call it O, right? And we're told we have a line x equals minus 2. So let's put it right here. X equals minus 2, and it intersects the circle at P and Q. Right, we can call this P and this Q, right? So to find the y coordinates of these points, we are going to say when x is minus 2, our y, to find our y, we're just going to substitute minus 2 for x in the equation of the circle, since P and Q lie on the circumference of the circle. So it will be minus 2 squared plus y squared minus 6 minus 2 plus 10y minus 27 equals 0, right? And this will give us y squared plus 4 plus 12 plus 10y minus 27 equals 0, right? And this will come down to y squared plus 10y minus 11 equals 0, right? And to get the two values of y, we're going to use the quadratic formula. So y will be equal to minus 10 root of 10 squared, that will be 100, minus 4a and c minus 11 over 2a, 2 times 1, right? Then this will give us y equals 1 or y equals minus 11, right? So for these two coordinates, We know for Q it will have to be minus 2 minus 11, and for P it's, let me use a different color. So Q is minus 2 minus 11, and P is minus 2 and 1, right? And we're told that there are tangents at these points like this, like that, right? We can join these to the center so that we can use the gradients of the radii in our calculations, right? So with this now we know that if two tangents from the same x value meet, they are of the same length, right? Like that. So with this now we are going to try and get the gradient of PO first, because we want the equation of the tangent, right? So the gradient of PO will be minus 5 minus 1 over 3 minus 2, and that will give us minus 6 over 5, right? That's the gradient of this part. And the gradient of the tangent will be equal to 5 over 6, right? Since multiplying the gradient of the radius and the tangent should give us minus 1, we can conclude that the gradient of the tangent is 5 over 6. So now to find the equation of tangent, at P, note the point P is minus 2, 1, and the gradient we have is 5 over 6, right? Using these two, we are going to use y minus y1 equal to mx minus x1. So y minus the y coordinate of the point we're using, which is 1, equal to m, which is a gradient 5 over 6, x minus our x1 minus 2. So this will give us y equal to 5 over 6 x, right, plus 10 over 6 plus 1. This will come down to y equal to 5 over 6 x, 10 over 6 plus 1. That will give us 2 and 2/3, right? And for us to find the coordinate of the intersection of these two tangents, we're not going to try and find the equation of the other tangent, since we know that this line right here, if we draw a line, it will pass through the center, right? This is equal to this, right? And these two are equal, so that line will pass through the center. In other words, any point on this line, we have a y coordinate of minus 5, right? Like we are seeing on the center, there is 3 minus 5. So the y coordinate of this point is minus 5. So the coordinates will be x and minus 5, like that. So for us to get the x coordinate, we're just going to substitute minus 5 in the equation that we just got, right? And substituting minus 5 in there, we get it's 5 over 6 minus 5 plus 2 and 2 over 3, right? And that gives us, oh sorry, my bad, we are saying the y coordinate is minus 5, so at that point y is minus 5, so this should be minus 5 equal to 5 over 6x plus 2 and 2/3, right? And to get the x value, it's minus 5 minus 2 and 2/3 equal to 5 over 6x. So x will be equal to minus 5 minus 2 and 2/3 over 5 over 6. And this will come down to minus 9 and a fifth, right? So this point is minus 9 and a fifth and minus 5, like that. Since we said this line is horizontal, for us to get the length along that line from the point of intersection here to, now we want the distance up to this point, so this point is minus 2 minus 5, right? So the length of this part of the line is just minus 9 and a fifth, right, plus 2, right, from here to here, right? And this will give us minus 7 and a fifth, right, as the length of this, because what we want to do now is to get the area of this triangle, right? So we're going to use this as the height and this as the base. So now we found out that the height is 7, because it should be positive, is 7 and a fifth, and the base will be from minus 11 to 1. That's 12 units, from minus 11 to 1. So to get the area of that, it's half 12 multiplied by 7 and a fifth. So this will be 6 times 7 and a fifth to give us 43.2 square units, right? And that will be it for number 8.